Hi Mia, this is Blake Alexander Hammerton, and I'm filming this video for the 90-day online marketing challenge. And so this video is about the biggest obstacle or biggest challenge I've had to overcome, and it's an easy story to tell. It's one that I tell all the time when I do my speaking, and I work with friends and different clients on it. Let's see. About 12 years ago, I was in a car accident. I was hit by a school bus. So we go through the yield sign a couple doors down from my house, and a school bus hit me and T-boned me on my side. I was a passenger in the car, and I don't remember the actual impact because my brain didn't let me do that. So they always say that accidents happen really close to home, and mine literally was home, 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 street. It was right there. So what I did is I remember my girlfriend at the time was driving, and she looked left and I looked right, and she saw a clear street and I saw the front end of a school bus. And the next thing I remember is I wake up in the car and I can't speak. I can make noise, but my brain makes the words, my mouth doesn't make the words. And I remember, you know, rolling around, and then there's blood everywhere, and everything's broken, and I'm all, yeah. So the most interesting part of that is studying what happens to the brain when it goes into shock, and realizing that there's this mechanism in your body and in your brain that allows you to live without having to do anything else. So it goes into shock and it remembers breathe, heartbeat, that's it. So I remember tidbits of things in and out of consciousness where I could see some things but I couldn't feel or hear, and then I would pass out and come back and I could feel things, and I would hear some things but I couldn't see. Or I would have all my faculties, but I couldn't speak when they were asking me questions about things. And I remember one time looking over and deciding that, oh, it's okay, baby, I'll get you out, as the hero I pride myself to be sometimes. And I remember looking over and seeing that her door was fine and that she could get out, and I even took the time to unlock mine. I remember pulling the thing up and trying to pull the handle and open it, and realizing that door was crushed in. I came to one of the final times when they were cutting the door off, the jaws of life taking the hinges off my door to pull me out from underneath and put me on the straight board and take me to the hospital and start removing glass from my head. So that was a big challenge because you had to learn how to do things all over again. I recovered pretty quickly. I had three broken ribs here, 3 cracked ribs here, everything, all the joints dislocated temporarily, came back in, swelled up to the size of grapefruits. Yeah, lots of crazy things. Moreover, the most important part of my recovery was trying to come to terms with some of the things that I could do before I can't. And physically I'm able to do everything that I was, but mentally my brain went through traumatic brain injury. So what that means is that there's such a hardcore contusion, there's such a hardcore bruise inside your brain that what happens is you lose certain responses, certain faculties go away. So before I wasn't very good at math. I was great at math, wanted to go to college for architecture, wanted to do the designs. I had a lot of designs already set out, and then I woke up from this car accident and my brain refused to do that language. It was just not going to happen anymore. So what I've learned is play with some of the strengths that you show up with. In my recovery, I lost that ability, but I picked up the ability to play music. So the background songs playing right now for this video, that's actually me. And when I do film videos for YouTube, I have the same music in the background, and it took the lyrics out, it took things out because it makes a really nice thing. So what's interesting is that I had my accident and I woke up and I had nothing to do. I couldn't go to work, so I just I put my guitar in my hand and I started to play things, and all of a sudden the notes made a vision in my head, and I could almost see the notes. So I just started playing. Yeah, so it's been an interesting ride. I think that's probably the most difficult thing I've had to go through so far, just trying to figure out why I can't do now what I did then, and vice versa, why I can do now what I just couldn't do then. It's interesting how my brain works. I still struggle with a lot of challenges every day, but most of them are totally different and unrelated now. Even making a video like this to throw up in front of everyone, there's still those little butterflies that flutter around, but yeah, I'm using my powers for good and not evil, I think. So, again, my name is Blake, and thanks.